Warcraft 3 is one of my childhood games that I loved, since I'm mostly a RTS player, so Warcraft 3, StarCraft and StarCraft 2 is something I grew up on. And Warcraft 3 in this specifically was my, well, first one I would say. Not really my favorite, but still the first one. Now an RTS game is all about building buildings, then training units, and then attacking with the units. But what if you take one step out? What if you cannot train units? And that means peons, peasants, even workers pretty much, and any type of units, and that also counts as mercenaries that you cannot hire. Can you beat Warcraft 3 without ever training a single unit? I mean, obviously the answer is gonna be no, like, no one is stupid enough to do this, like, there is no way you can actually do. Hi, my name is Ropi, and today we are doing a challenge called Don't Train a Single Unit, and that counts as a worker too, which means the amount of worker I'm getting is what I have, the amount of unit I get is what I have. So here are the rules. No training from anything that includes mercenaries or any type of building. But I can use the unit I start with, or I find, if there is any unit to find in that level. Also, I can build anything I want, and I can also upgrade anything I want. So I have a way to actually use my gold mine lumber. Although without workers it's kinda hard to get gold and lumber, but that's another case. Now for the first level, as an orc, it was just a no build mission. So to be honest, nothing changed, it was the regular level. But on the second level, actually we need to train 5 grunts. I mean, so we can actually advance in the campaign. I'm gonna train 5 grunts, but I'm not gonna use them, just so the challenge stays the same. Now we started with 5 peons and a thrall. Now thrall is a hero, and the heroes are really strong in this game. And luckily every level will have a hero, because that's the point of Warcraft 3. Now the second level wasn't that difficult, as you can see. I found some units in the way because they were locked up in the cage, and in the end we just cruise forward. Even though we couldn't build towers, we could build burrows and make our peons actually get inside the fight, so nothing really was at stake here. Now once I finished the second level of the orcs, I went to the home mine campaign because I believe the orc 3rd, 4th and 5th level is a frozen throne level, so I'm gonna save it for that time. And lastly, I will show you every score screen so you can see how long it took, even though reloading a save doesn't count in the timer, but you get the gist of it. Now, let's begin. Well, the first level of the human campaign was a no build mission, so nothing really changed, so we're just gonna skip this. Now for our second level, our first build mission, we started with 5 peasant and 1 artas, although we can also grab 4 riflemen, and that's about it. Now this is the first level where the challenge actually kicks in. Although since this is only the second level, nothing really happened, especially we had an Uther defending our base, and all we had to do is just kill a level 6 Blade Master, which would be really strong if I couldn't build towers. So yeah, this was a piece of cake. Now once again, the third level was no build mission, so we're just not gonna talk about it. Now mission number 4 is the second mission of build mission for humans, where we start pretty good because 3 footmen, a priest, a mortal, 2 heroes and 9 peasants is our starting unit, which is amazing and because that's a lot. And trust me, don't get used to seeing this many units, especially workers. And also, humans are probably the easiest campaign since the humans have the best tower they can build, and also Arthas can heal, which is a huge help. And we also now have 2 heroes, which pretty much makes the whole challenge run in this one trivial, because the 2 heroes probably can just solve the whole mission. So we build up some towers at the front of the base, just for a little protection for our mortal boy, and slowly but surely we get going. Also, I did lose the priest because I forgot that the AI will always focus the casters first, and yeah, a tower just killed the priest. Oops. Well, it's not like it matters because we already saw the base and that's pretty much GG. Now for the next mission we just have to protect our base for 30 minutes, and we also have an Arthas, an elite footman, 4 footmen, a priest, 2 riflemen, and we can also discover 3 footmen. But we only have 7 workers this time, which isn't that much, but it's getting on the low number, but it's still enough, I would say. So yeah, it's a defense mission, so building towers is really good option here. So that's what we mostly did. Now we did send Arthas on a suicide mission pretty much to destroy the meat wagons for the optional quest, but the suicide mission also had a escape, which was dump portal, and managed to escape. But the damn liches were really annoying because they kept casting death and decays on my towers and destroying them. And since our resources are pretty limited with 5 workers, which most of the time 5 of them were cutting lumbers and 2 of them were in the gold mines because for some reason lumber is really hard to get with no workers. So yeah, it was kinda hard, but not that hard. I would say it was medium level. Also, somehow a single skeleton got through everything and went for my peasants and it managed to actually kill one because I didn't notice. Well, now we have only 6 workers. Now, one of the attack kind of surprised me because I didn't know that was possible, but one of the attack came from north, which is fine, but it came with the hero, which really surprised me because I thought they cannot attack from there. But because of that, I didn't have any tower there. I had to pull them back, so we are fighting under the towers. But also Lich decided to destroy my tower, and because I wanted to kill Lich before he destroyed my tower, I did lose 2 footmen in the way and also destroy my tower, and after that he frost over my priest. What? There goes my units, only 9 left. And for the final attack, which is notorious for being so strong, especially with the level 10 Lich and the level 6 Lich, it wasn't that bad because I didn't let my base to be destroyed, so they really had to work if they wanted to defeat me under 2 minutes, which was not that much time, so all I had to do is stall as much as I could and also pull them back to the towers, like the level 10 Lich here, so he can easily die with the towers on it. And yeah, I lost most of my units, but in the end, victory was mine. Level 6 is probably the first interesting mission, because we only start with 2 knights, 2 footmen and a hero. And yeah, with some peasants, but we cannot use the towers here, because we cannot build inside where we wanna fight. Now in this mission we have to kill hundreds of zombies before Morgan is due, so this is pretty much a race. But I do not have the firepower to race him, he is faster than me, and once again we cannot build towers inside because it doesn't let us. Now yeah, we did build tower to defend us, so we don't have to return and give us some time, but we still don't have the fire. Now I did need to split up my team, but we also get surprised twice by not having villagers in the houses, but instead 2 mini-bosses, which were really annoying to kill because they didn't count towards the count, and also they had a lot of health and I didn't have any firepower to kill them fast, since I only had 4 units and a hero. So I did split up my team to 2 knights, 1 footman and a hero, 2 footmen, so I can double the speed of killing villagers. But then Malganis became weird because he just ignored the objective and started chasing one of my team. Well, yeah, he just really wanted to fight, but I mean, I didn't want to fight, so all I did was I let one of my team run around in circles while the other did the dirty jump. Okay, I guess that's the way to finish the mission. Man, the Reforged kinda ruined the mission here, because the AI became dumb, huh? Well, GG I guess. Now level 7 is kind of a weird level because the first half of the level is a no build mission while the second half is a build mission. But you keep every unit from the no build mission if they survive, and also get new units when you start the build mission, so you actually had a really decent army, and also there was a optional quest to rescue the dwarf, which also gave you more units. So in the end I actually had an army without making an army. And then we just slowly again but surely push forwards in the ended base until we won. Well, level 8 was also no build mission. I mean, we can hire mercenaries, but to be honest, we had 2 heroes. And this level was just go forward, kill everything and you win, so we're just gonna skip this one. You don't need mercenaries for this level. And finally, level 9. And the challenge, out of nowhere, became actually difficult. Now this level starts with two ways. One is a no build mission while the other is a build mission, and this one happening at the same time. For the no build mission we have 2 heroes, 2 knights and 3 riflemen. But that part is uninteresting. Once you finish that you get Arthas and no one else. You actually lose every other unit that was there. Now I'm not gonna say all my units because it's a long list, so if you're interested, read it. But the point is, I only have 6 workers, which is really low number for this game. Now on this mission you have to destroy the green base, which is pretty strong, and you also have a purple base on this map. So you're fighting against 2 undeads. But the problem is, they are strong. They are no joke, neither of them. The amount of enemies they send for each attack wave is just insane. And not just that, if you are fighting one of them, the other one will most likely going to backstab. And here comes the problem. Since I only have 6 workers, I need at least 2 workers to build. That means I only have 4 workers that actually gathers resources. I don't have resources to build towers. I cannot protect my base because I just don't have enough lumber to build towers, since I need all my units and also build some towers there to actually somehow siege the green base. Now the second problem is Mal'Ganis. The green base has a hero, a level 10 Dreadlord called Mal'Ganis, which has a spell called Carrion Swarm, which is just a huge AoE damage that pretty much just one-shots my low level casters like priest and sorcerers, so I have to play really carefully so they don't actually die. This was bad. So far I used heroes as my advantage, but this time we are on an equal foot with the heroes, since I have a level 10 hero, he has a level 10 hero, and to be honest, I think his level 10 hero is actually stronger than mine. Although I do have Holy Light, which is really good since I cannot lose a single unit. I do need to heal them. Now with Arthas I destroyed buildings since he has Chaos damage and Divine Shield and was pretty good to dealing damage to buildings. But it was kinda ineffective since AI is unfair. They have infinite resources and once you destroy a building they will immediately rebuild it. So after just destroying a building, that means you just have 60 seconds before that building is up again. But the building will be built in a safe space near the main structure instead of outside like it's out now, which was kinda good because I needed to somehow push forward, so I didn't want the building to be there. Now the green was ruthless with his attack. Once the hero was up, he will send every unit and his heroes to attack me, and that's mostly because I'm in their base, so he wants to defend it, I guess. But I have to be in their base because, I mean, I have to somehow push forward, but with the constant and non-stop attacking, it was kinda hard to push forward. Especially that purple also joins in the fight by destroying my base, and I somehow need to protect that too. Now I did lose a worker because they went to my gold mine and I noticed too late, but it was only one because all my other workers had harvesting lumber, so it's kinda okay since I'm actually running out of time. My units are dying, and also this is Cloud, which is pretty much a 3-minute debuff, which kinda just killing them slowly, which means that my priests actually don't heal anymore but negate the effect of the disease for 3 minutes because my god they do so much damage, and my mana is slowly but surely running out with my hero, which means I won't be able to forever healing. I'm running out and I'm slowly losing units as well. Also, my enemies will get stronger and stronger. They will send more enemies to attack, they will upgrade more, they will become more ruthless. Like, they just get stronger and stronger while I'm getting weak, so I have to win somehow as fast as I can. My only solution would be to destroy their main structure, the necropolis, and kill every worker so they can't actually rebuild. And that's what I'm trying to do with Arthas, but I don't have enough time with the Divine Shield to destroy it. And of course, whenever it learns out, everything will attack me and most likely kill my hero, which is just a game over because I cannot finish it without a hero. And also as the time goes by, they will send more and more meat wagons, which is just anti-building units. And once they send meat wagons, my towers will live for like 5 seconds before they explode. Towers are good, don't get me wrong, but once you reach tier 2 or tier 3 type of units, towers kind of became trivial, they will just be nuked down. But all I'm doing is idling, I somehow have to push. After he attacked, I pushed forward, but even though I defeated most of his units, he still have a lot of units by defending their base, and my units are exhausted, low on health, low on mana, and so slowly but surely I'm losing units one by one. And if you start losing units, you start losing more and more until you have nothing. But even though I didn't want to idle, I did need to idle because I needed resources. I didn't just defend because I wanted to defend, I just need resources so I can actually build towers, because without towers my army won't actually destroy that base because it's pretty heavily defended. So I push forward, even though chances of me surviving is pretty low, I had to do something. I need to destroy their main building so they cannot rebuild anymore, and also every workers they have. I did everything, tried my best as my skill can go far, but this one was really difficult. Their base is heavily defended with towers and with units, but I have to pull out the units and fight under my towers instead of under theirs to have any chance of surviving. It was a massacre. I lost so much units. I almost have nothing left, and even if I have anything left, they are about to die. I tried my best. Most of my units was juggling every left and right so they don't die, but all of them were on 1 health, and somehow I still needed to destroy the main building. I sent my hero in, started whacking it, killing every worker next to it while my main force tried to defeat the army so my hero won't die when the Divine Shield runs out, because as we know, Divine Shield doesn't last long enough for me to destroy the main base, main building. My force was completely exhausted. I just could not use them anymore, since if they attack, the towers will just rip them apart in a second. They have no health left, so my only solution was the sending in Arthas and one by one destroying buildings in a Divine Shield. But I need to do it quick because Morganis is almost here and I need to destroy the altar and every other unit production structure before they actually reproduce, because I have no chance of defending. And here comes Purple. Purple thought it's time for me to die. He entered my base and started destroying me. I don't have anything to defend my base. If I send my units there, they will just die with no health and no towers. All I could do is grab my workers and pull them to me so I can build a town hall there, since towers don't actually count as a building, so if I lose my base, I lose the game. But the Andes really wanted my workers, so I still needed to defend them. Once the workers were at my towers, it was time for me to fight the Andes, with almost 1 health units and heroes, but luckily we somehow managed. But it wasn't enough. Purple is mad. Purple realized that he will just keep sending units non-stop because green is close to dying. I'm running out of time. Purple is ruthless now, he is really wanna kill me. And I have to send my hero to destroy the building because the towers will once again rip apart my units. And I really need my units, especially that Purple just wanna kill me. No, green wasn't finishing either. He sent all of his units at once to attack me, and once again, my units just barely standing, and they were pretty strong units. They were tier 3 units, Abomination and Frostworms. I was losing badly, especially because of Purple. Purple just non-stop sending units now, without stopping. I'm not joking, even if I defeat one of his attacks, the second attack is already here. I defended until my last thief out, and hoping this will be the last attack. I was optimistic because it wasn't the last attack. As I said, he just kept sending like something broke in the trigger because I don't think this is normal that he keeps sending units to attack. But I tried my best to defend it. I defended so well even though I lost so much unit, but he had so many more units. But I managed to still defeat them, although pretty much nothing left for my force. And I need to destroy Green Base. I don't know how many buildings left. I was too scared to send my Arthas in because I really needed him in the defense. But I have no other choice. Once I defeated the attack, I sent in Arthas hoping there are not many structure left, and there was still 3, which is at least 2 to 3 minutes to destroy. But Purple kept attacking ruthlessly, and of course is aiming for my town hall. But my main base is still standing, so all I have to do is just survive for 3 minutes, which doesn't look impossible anymore. I sent my units in, try to pull them to the tower so my town hall can stand as long as I can while Arthas destroy the free building. Since Green already used all of his units except one Creep Fiend, all I have to do is just wait 3 minutes and win. And finally, the human campaign was finished. Well, this was the first campaign, the easiest one, for 2 reasons. 1, this is the first campaign, so it's obviously the easiest. And 2, humans have the best towers and also tower upgrades, which increases their towers health by 300 and their armor by 3. They were the best for this challenge. And now we are on to Undead, which is pretty bad because their tower is really weak, have lower range, and also they need to be built in creep. But the first mission was once again a no-build mission, so there is no reason to talk about it. Well, the second mission is a build mission, but it's pretty much the tutorial mission. We had 5 Acolytes, 5 Ghouls, which is the Harvest Rumble unit for Undead, while the Acolytes is the Harvest Ghost. So we had actually 10 Workers, and also 5 Meat Weapons, which is just destroy buildings. The only challenge is to fight Uther, which is a really strong hero, and the only challenge is find a place where to actually place a necropolis so your creep can generate on the ground so you can actually build towers. Also, I didn't mention, undead towers, they occupy 4 tiles of space, while the human towers only occupy 1, so they are weaker, lower range, can get upgrade, and they have 4 times the size of a human tower, which means way less of stacking them because they are in the way. Yeah, this is not gonna be good, huh? After defeating Uther and sitting there for 5 minutes like a doofus thinking why isn't the mission actually over and realizing that I actually have to build a crypt to finish the level, I built it and the level was fine. Although I did break the game a little because my tutorial man kinda got confused.
Summoning a graveyard will supply the undead army with fresh corpses. Frostmourne hungers.
I am building a crypt, my dude. Appreciate it too.
Coward.
And welcome to mission 3. The mission which stopped me for a really long time. This was the actual first challenge. This was really rough and you will see why. And the first thing we have 5 Acolytes, 5 Ghouls, 3 Meat Wagons, an Hero and 2 Necromancer. And if you know this game and you noticed, we have no frontline. Meat Wagon isn't a frontline, they are easily killable, they just good against structure. We only have 2 Necromancers and a Hero. And Arthas isn't as strong as Arthas. He's just pretty weak to be honest. Like, human Arthas is way stronger than the Arthas. And the enemy is not weak. Even though they only have tier 1 units, except the Flamethrower, which is a tier 2, they send way too much enemies. And keep in mind, I have pretty much 3 combat units and 3 siege units to fight them. And they also have a level 6 hero. Now here is the 2 problem. 1. Spreading creep is really slow because I have to wait for building to build up and then build a new one, which means once I actually make it to the enemy, they will be at full power. Like, they will fully upgrade it and they will send the maximum amount of unit they are triggered to send. And the second and the most problematic one, they send attacks way too frequently. I cannot push forward. Once I defeat an army, the enemy will send a new attack wave after 2 to 3 minutes. I can't build forward. Every time I wanna spread creep forward, I have to build a high amount of towers before the next attack come up, because the enemy attacks will become ridiculous. Now the first base was pretty much the easiest to defeat, as you accept, and we get a new gold mine, which means that the resources are not the problem. We have enough gold and lumber throughout the entire mission. The problem is how to actually survive and how to actually attack. Now, even though it looks like I'm cruising, this is where it stops, because the enemy already leveled up to sending glaive throwers, and now they are actually sending a decent size of army. And keep in mind, I don't have an army, all I have are towers, and glaive throwers can easily destroy towers. Once they actually send a huge amount of enemies, glaive throwers will actually destroy me. And the problem has occurred. I have to build towards the base, but they just send the attacks way too frequently. I can't even build a single building before they show up. And I don't have units to defend that building until it is complete, which means I pretty hard to go forward if I have nothing to go forward with. Now, I did use the side from the left from my base, but I didn't cut the trees there. I just let the creep spread there so I can build tower, but I didn't have time. I also made my wheat wagons a little hole where they can fire for one reason. Luckily, the towers just enough time to actually become active and fight back, because the attack wave was already here. Now, the reason I put the meat wagons in the hole, because the enemy really likes to focus down meat wagons and ignoring everything else. So if I somehow make a little labyrinth towards them, they will kinda die before they reach the meat wagon. Of course, I do need to protect my meat wagons once they actually reach it, but that's why I have my so-called army, right? Now, progress was slow but steady. Now we finally managed to get the creep there. We could pretty much do one step and build a lot of tower before the next enemy wave comes, because once again, their frequency just maxed out and they will send immense amount of enemies and really fast. And once again, I'm trying to use my meat wagons threat generation, so the enemy actually tries to kill them while trying to block the way with my heroes so they can't really get to him. But obviously I will lose some towers because they're not that dumb, they're not gonna fight, they're still going to fight. But I'm just trying to use everything I have because the army size is like 10 times larger than my army. And as you can see with the last attack, they actually managed to kill a necromancer, but I have to push. So I send my meat wagons to destroy the tower, because I cannot build forward if there is a tower and units in the way, of course, because they're just gonna destroy it. Once I destroy the tower, I build my own towers once again and move the range forward. And once the tower activated, they attack the defense, and the defense come to protect them, and of course the attack wave, which was inevitable. The attack wave always comes once the towers are finished, which means I have to fight both of them. I knew this is gonna happen, but I was ready. I was ready to fight them. Even though with no units, I started fighting back. I tried to body block using my meat wagons as threat generator, so they tried to actually attack my meat wagons, and body blocking, path issuing, I tried everything to fight them. I used tooth and nails just to actually get into the second base. Now you get the gist of it. Killed an attack, moved one step forward with towers, and then killed another attack, moved one forward. And that's happened all the way till the third base, just making a labyrinth so they don't actually kill my units. Although during the defenses I did lose one meat wagon, and yeah, it was really bad since, I mean, that's 33% of my meat wagons, but I just have to keep pushing forward. Now you must think, wow, this challenge was long and hard. Oh, but he did it. Good job, right? Well, here comes the actual real challenge. This was the easy part so far, because I have one more base to destroy. But here's the problem. There is a river, and because of the river, my creep can't spread forward. And I can't build in the water, which means I have to build a necropolis, which is the main building of the undeads, to spread creep on the other side. But on the other side is the enemy base, which means every enemy in the base and the tower will attack me once I build the necropolis. This was the final challenge. I have to get creep there or somehow win against the full base with one hero, one necromancer, and two wheat wagons. So my first challenge was to remove that tower somehow, and I tried my best. After the attack wave I immediately attacked, hoping there is not enough defense to actually defend it, but they sent way too much unit. And I actually couldn't even kill it, it was so close. But the worst part, I left the Necromancer's ability raise skeletons autocast, which means he autocasted and summoned two skeletons from the corpse, which body blocked one of my meat wagons and they killed it. I have one hero, one necromancer, and one meat wagon left. Now it actually got night because of that. I didn't have vision on the tower, so I had to send my hero under the tower, under the enemy muse. And during that I also lost my last necromancer, and once again I couldn't kill the tower because the hero and tons of units just came to defend it. I managed to pull them back and hoping to defeat the attack wave, just so I can go back before they actually reproduce units or to repair the tower. Although again it's night, I don't have a vision, so I have to send my hero. They almost repaired the tower full, so I tried my best, but once again they reproduced so many units already. I even used my healing items, but it was still not enough. I almost lost my hero and the tower still stands. I can't actually destroy the tower. I am getting stuck. I can't build there until the tower is destroyed. I mean, to be honest, even with the tower, I don't think I can build it because there are so many defenders there that just doesn't let me do anything. Now I pulled my ghouls for one more last try to destroy the tower. I waited for the attack wave and also to be day so I can actually have vision on the tower. I defended the attack wave with my labyrinth of towers since they wanted to defeat my meat wagon so badly. It wasn't really hard to defend, but the problem was once again I need to push forward or I can't win. So once again Meatwagon went to destroy the tower, but with a hero and 5 ghouls I hope I can stall enough time before they can manage to kill my Meatwagons or my army and I can actually destroy this tower. Although the defenders finally came and my Meatwagon started to miss because from the low ground effect, I finally managed to destroy the damn tower. I did lose a lot of ghouls, but that was their purpose, to just stall enough time so I can actually defeat the tower. And I then pull them back, so my own towers can defeat their enemy army. And this time was how to build on the other side was the next question. For this fight I'm not gonna talk too much, I will just let it play so you can see the insanity, how hard it was to actually build a building there and protect it with the amount of attack they sent. And finally, our main base is activated and became a tower as well, and some of our tower activated, which means we finally had damage on the other side. We finally can progress, and I started spam building there. And I mean, it still wasn't over. As you can see, they just keep sending and sending. But with towers on our side now, slowly but surely, we managed to defeat them as long as I keep my units alive, which was pretty much just 2 goals, one beatwagon and my hero, and of course the acolyte to build. This mission was something else, but slowly we reached to the end, and this mission was finally defeated. This was pretty much our first actual challenge throughout this campaign. And believe it, this is not gonna be the last, because Undead is still not the hardest faction for this challenge. Now, once we destroyed the unit production, we finally can say we finished the mission. Now I did explore the map with my heroes. Now that I'm not under attack constantly, maybe I can find some items, but this is it. We won. And I'm gonna end this one here, because actually this video is kinda getting long. I did wanna put human and undead at the same video, but I think I'm gonna end it here and probably merge it with the orcs instead. So thank you for watching. I hope you're actually enjoying this challenge as much as I enjoying playing it, because not gonna lie, this is way more fun than World of Warcraft, which we did last challenge. I mean, to be honest, real-time strategy is my type of game, not like MMO. I was really good at back then, so I'm not saying I'm good anymore, especially I rewatching the video, I'm really not good, but back then I remember how good I was, back in my days. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I guess I will see you in the 4th level.